Let's go back to an earlier story in the Amman Futures Group alleged multi-billion peso scam. We now have on the line Attorney Gerard Lukban from the Securities and Exchange Commission. Good evening, Attorney Lukban. Welcome to Solar Network News.
Good evening, Pia.
Well, Attorney, can you tell us what are the telltale signs, the very obvious signs that what you're being offered is a scam?
We have a number of episodes in the past wherein we've had pyramiding and a number of Ponzi schemes, which a lot of our fellow citizens fell victim of. One of the telltale signs that it's a scam is when the promised return is too high. When they say that it's too good to be true, most probably it is not really true, that they'll be giving out interest which would range from 20% up to 60%. So that's one. The second is pressure in trying to get investments from the potential investors. Some people would want to invite investors in. They would tell them that this is a limited offer, which is good only for a month, and that they should put in money as soon as possible. The third telltale sign is sometimes they would make use of famous people, and this could be in the form of celebrities. They could also be members of the military or the police, maybe politicians.
Local government officials, no?
Yes, government officials. In a way, they're telling the potential investors, how can you go wrong when so-and-so are involved in this?
Kumbaga, ang gusto nilang mangyari, magiging credible ang kanilang operations.
Opo, that's one way of trying to do it.
Okay. So if there are the three basic rules, the first, like you were saying earlier, if it's too good to be true, it is. So the minute anything sounds like it's too good to be true, you don't need to listen any further, right?
You don't need to rush, actually. What we advise people or the potential investors to do is to get in touch with us or the Securities and Exchange Commission and check out if they do have, first, secondary license to offer investment contracts, because these are forms of securities which should be licensed.
Okay.
And they should be supported by registration statements here in the Commission, which we have to evaluate and which we would have to approve before they're given the authority to sell the securities in the market, in public.
All right. If you're saying that people can get in touch with you, for example, right now, someone's listening to you and is thinking that, naku, merong nag-offer sa akin ng ganun, I want to call the SEC. Is there a number, an emergency hotline number that they can call?
Yes. The Enforcement and Prosecution Department of the SEC is in charge with that. The number is 584-6337.
584-6337.
Along with this, we also have another department, the Investor Protection and Surveillance Department. They go hand in hand in this task of protecting the investor.
Okay.
And from this, they can get additional data for them to be aware or informed whether or not the investment that they would be getting into is valid.
Okay. Well, aside from protecting the consumer or the likely victim in this case, no, is there something that the government is going to do, the SEC, with that information? Will the SEC act on that information, or are you going to pass it on to another government agency so that pwedeng mahabol itong mga those that are being reported?
Yes, we work hand in hand with the Department of Trade and Industry as well as with the Department of Justice. On the part of SEC, we monitor and we go on surveillance. If there are any violations of the Securities Regulation Code, that's on the administrative side. If there's a criminal aspect involved in this, we endorse it immediately to the Department of Justice. If it needs further investigation, we get in touch with the NBI, so that we work in concerted effort in trying to detect any violations of the law.
Okay. The minute that the news came out about this Amman Futures Group, Attorney Lukban, did you check if the SEC did indeed receive any information about this Amman Futures Group? Wala bang tumawag sa inyo in the last few months?
In the last few months, we've received what you may call is not really a formal complaint, but more of queries.
About Amman Futures Group?
Yes, asking us if the scheme is valid, if
Okay.
they do have a secondary license like what we've discussed earlier.
All right.
And from this, we took it as a lead, although we really didn't have formal complainants yet.
But does it
We,
matter? Kailangan ba may formal complaint? The mere fact that the SEC pala had received
Opo,
all these phone calls in the past
that's the
about
reason
them.
why we issued, as early as more than a month ago, we issued a cease and desist order against this company. So na-inform din po yung mga tao, this is a way to stop, to thwart any activities which would be in contravention of the law. And we were waiting for complainants to come over, but I guess because of the distance, they're operating down there in Mindanao, most of the complainants chose to file complaints directly with the DOJ.
All right. Well, just to review very, very quickly, Attorney Lukban, what you're saying is, and this is very important, no news you can use, when the return is too high, 20 to 60% returns, when pressure is being applied, limited offer, put in your money as soon as possible, and the use of famous people, celebrities, military, police, local government officials, politicians, those are the telltale signs to watch out for.
Most of them are what you call red flags that
Red flags.
you
Okay.
have to watch out for.
All right. Maraming salamat po, Attorney Gerard Lukban of the
Maraming salamat din
SEC.
po.
Thank you, sir, for
Good evening.
joining us tonight.